Hey everybody, XCI here. Welcome back to a blind let's play of Dragon Age Inquisition. We have a big troop right now. We have Duskhawk, of all people. We have Somnicane, we have Duskhawk, we have Cole, we have Stroud, we have Blackwall, and we have Solus. We are in the Raw Fate, and I did have to take a sleeping break because this was getting cray-cray really quickly. So let's get on with it then. I think I'm heading this way. I don't even know what way I'm... There we go. All right, we're heading towards, we're trying to pick up our memories and trying to get things in order for ourselves. I think everything's recording. Okay, yeah, we have a bunch of focus here to use as well, so I'm waiting for a big-ass fight. I'm going to drop that. I'm going to drop like a top. All right, so let's see. We have more fadey business going on. Should I be doing this here? I should, of course, because we have this stuff to pick up. What? Drakestone. So it's just random stuff that comes out of there because it's sort of like it's fade substance, so it's... I think I just realized that. It might have been too late for me to realize that last night. Or something. Hey! Hey guys! How's it going? Pop! Pop up! Wait, what's happening? My click was not working. Here we go. Alright, let's get this...
We have a visitor. Some foolish little boy comes to steal the fear I kindly lifted from his shoulders. You should have thanked me and left your fear where it lay, forgotten. You think that pain will make you stronger. What fool filled your mind with such drivel? The only one who grows stronger from your fears is me. But you are a guest here in my home, so by all means let me return what you have forgotten.
That is creepy.
I expected worse.
These are but minor servants of a nightmare.
Pity.
Look at this group. My gosh. Yeah, it is seemingly random. Oh my god, how did I almost walk away now? Oh, right here. What the hell? You'd think something was here by this. Well, I'm not gonna say dead body. We don't know what's a real dead and what's a, you know what I'm saying? I don't know anything. How did I miss this? What's happening here? What? No! Oh, is that the only way to get to it? You probably, what am I talking about? I can probably walk, I'm not gonna drown. There we go. Uh-oh. Flowers. What did that count for? A fear? I mean, what's that story? You know what I mean? Way close to a memory here. And I want to make sure I take a look. There we go. What's this? The Claws of Dumat. Master unveiled a new altar. It stands higher than a man, like a great statue, and great spikes jet out from its length, hungry for blood. Master calls it the Claw of Dumat, and says that the altar will help bring Tevinter to glory. I praised it, as was expected, and Master smiled. It was good to see him smile again. He has been fearful of late, vexed by the loss of followers. He has met with the other priests, and in secret I have heard them discussing ways to return the people of Tevinter to the ways of the old gods, and as is only just. He spoke to me later in the day and asked that I call him Corypheus, as it was the name he would take for himself after a ritual. Master, now Corypheus. Oof. Told me that my people, the elves of old, were tied to the fate, and that in order to carry out the will of Dumat, he would need to call upon the magic that lives in our blood. Whew. Corypheus told me to gather all of the elven servants, oh no, and bring them to the western hall of our home at midnight. That is the hall where the Claw of Dumat is now kept. There are shackles across the top of the great altar, and pools lined with ruins beneath the claws. I have sent my wife and children away, but have not warned the others. A few I may save. If I tried to save us all, we would only be killed in some other way, and others would die in our place. Master once laughed and joked. He could be stern, but he was not a cruel man. The weakening of the temples brought fear into his heart, and that fear has changed him. The cuts upon his arms are deeper and longer, where he used his blood magic more often. He speaks to his wife little. He had a wife. He listens only to the voices in his dreams. It is almost midnight. The claw of Dumat, great and spiked and merciless, as all my mind can see. I must gather the others. My family is safe. Peripheus will take me, but not those I love. Words somehow preserved in blood at this base of this sculpture. Statue. Whatever I read. Something. Something's on this. Okay. Whew. So that's... I got the Helven magic to be able to make that device even. Because, I mean, well, sort of explosive. That's how old it is. What's this one? Amalekite. Pick up some more random stuff. Yay. Investigate. Fears of the Dreamers. Let's have 2 updates. Alright. I watched the blight take my land. I had nowhere to go. I tended the fields as I had. Even as my flock died and my family sickened, my body racked by pains and chills, I saw too late the poison that had crept into the land. In my fevered dream, the sickness covered this whole world, and I wept in fear for the family I killed with my foolish pride. Show me that this world survives. Show me that this poison does not take everything. Place flowers. Neat. Constitution +1. Looks like a face. I think I've been thorough here, yeah? I think so. Next phase. Not really too worried about the risks and threats here. So far, so good. And I'm at 6, you know what I mean? Like, amulet of strength. Oh, let's take a little bit of a break here. Inventory, accessories. We have an amulet, and we have someone who might be able to. Well, hold on. What does he have again? Right, aggression. +2. Nah. What else do we have? Shield bash, challenge. We have a oh, he's wearing it. My bad. Block and slash. I think he's got it, but explosive shot. Don't need right now. Ring of attack. What's this one? +2 to attack. Let's get rid of that one. It's not it. Okay. Fire resistance. You know what? I'm going to save that for dragon stuff just in case we need it later on. And strength I'm going to keep for now as well. You know what? It's been a little bit. It's been a while. So let's go single weapons. What? Higher DPS. How? Just slightly more damage per second, I suppose. More strength. I don't know how that works. It's crazy. I don't know. But it is the same weapon. It's just got less strength with more damage, and somehow it does more. So if I put the one-handed haft on it, you know what? It's not that much different to be. I don't care. That's what I think about that. Barbarian Warlord Cleaver 140. That one has some interesting crit chance benefits though. This was pretty good, all considering. This one will replace. Yeah, man. There you go. See what that looks like. Oh man, that looks nasty. That looks awesome. All right, shields were good. Okay. Of course, staffs are fine. We got a magnetic staff. Nah, what's Solace carrying right now? Oh. No. He's got my old one. Get out of here. All right, we have Blackwall and we have Cole left. Daggers. Curving knife. Nah, he's in the 200s as far as I recall here. We got a 208. 260. That's not getting touched for ages. And then armor. Let's do a quick check here. We have what? I don't want to get rid of that hat. A superior battle mage cowl. I don't know what Somley got now. Oh, you probably got a crappy one. And it looks stupid. So, scout hat. Wow, 20 magic, defense, and whoop. Wow, and magic. 5 magic or 6 willpower. I'm gonna say. Well, is this mage only? Elf. No, no, no. So either or. I don't know what Somley got first. Because that's an awesome helmet. 20. Well, I want the magic. And cunning. Well, that's the lower one, but I mean, yeah, I'd rather the magic than the willpower. Willpower seems more like a Somley thing, so I made an RP decision. You get the good one. There you go. Okay, and now this one. Bye-bye. Warden helmet. I wish I could give this one to Blackwell if it made more sense. Oh. It actually does. I mean, all considering, I get +6 constitution there. But more armor here. I lose the hit points, though, right down there. But my defenses go up. So you know what? Warden helmet for you. I think it makes sense. I'll save that other one just in case I change my mind, right? No? Nah. Who cares? Get rid of it. Gone. And then Cole. Cole has a what now? A 25. You're good. Okay, medium armor. We're looking at... What's this look like? Ooh. Well, now I want to see what it looks like on everybody. So I'm not going to get rid of it. We got light armor, nothing. Blackwall, heavy. Let's see. What is this? Oh, yeah, he looks awesome in that. This one's just cool. It looks cool. And it's got the... it does look cool. I just wish it wasn't yellow. Then again, I could just change. Yeah, but look at all the bonuses I get on the unique. Jesus. It's cool. I mean, 156. You know what? Let's keep it just in case we have to take it back. All right, let's get back into the game. So clean up. On occasion, I got to go in there and do that. Otherwise, it gets too overwhelming to do after. So we're good here. You know what I haven't done in a while is codexes. So, I mean, that's going to be a friggin' disaster. You know what? There's some stuff in here that's definitely relevant to right now. Like, I need it right now. So... let's do that. Is there something for the... It is. There is something for the Fade. Fears of the Dreamers. Yeah, we're on that right now. Everything else is fine. I am going to do a codex run here. We have characters. I think we're more or less decent here. We have Magister Aramond. My dearest Demetrius, I hope this letter finds you recovered from those ghastly meetings about road repairs or import taxes or whatever terribly important work has consumed your time. I applaud your patriotic efforts to maintain the Imperium's infrastructure while the horned beasts to the north wage bloody war upon us. I have asked before, but you are my closest friend, and now that you have seen the stirrings of our work, I hoped you might reconsider. You cannot think your talents adequately spent on road work, Mitri. You come from the blood of the dreamers. My master will restore the Imperium to a greatness it has not seen since our ancestors walked in the Golden City. We will rule not just a nation, but the world. Those who show loyalty now stand to reap the benefits when all the world kneels to the Venatori. Perhaps you are more comfortable with roads. When my master returns to Winter, to the glory it deserves, he will be pleased to find a nation well paved. Consider well, my friend. Whew. He's cool. Professor Frederick of Sero. Anton, if anyone alive can answer your questions about the social habits of the greater Vinmark Wyvern, it is Frederick of Sero, professor of draconology at the University of Orlais. I have met him a few times, and he is exceedingly knowledgeable about his field of study, although less knowledgeable about his current state of dress, the day of the week, and the location of his quill and ink, but nonetheless quite brilliant. We met him. Sounds like he's going to be fun. Crafting material is not important, but what is this? What's in there? Oh, ghouls' beards. Ghouls don't really have beards, do they? I imagine some do. If they had beards before becoming ghouls, that is. What? You don't think they grow them after beguilement? Beguilement. Anyway, isn't it caused by the blight? Nothing can grow on blighted ground. I don't think that applies to hair, does it? Skin isn't really ground. Why are we discussing this? I'm bored. Is this the internet? I'm bored. Can you believe she's forgotten she's already talked about Ghoul's beer 2 weeks ago? Be nice. She's mature. It's hardly useful unless you want to kill someone, ruin their minds, or some ghastly combination of the two. There was that one story about a cat that chewed on Ghoul's beard and ended up bursting into flames. You're just proving my point here. Ugh. I hope she doesn't make us touch it again. That thing is so repulsive. Plants really shouldn't be hairy. Like a ghoul's beard? Stop laughing. I think she heard you. Shit, she's coming. Notes pass between apprentices. Ages during the... I was going to say, is it notes? Pass between Yeah. Rashvine. Be wary when harvesting rashvine because the plants come by its name honestly. Indeed, calling its effects upon exposed skin a rash, it is an understatement. I've known apprentices who went without treatment with red sores, assuming them irritating but harmless, and eventually required either magical healing or amputation. Once the poison gets into the blood, it causes a painful calcification that turns the surface skin stone gray, and that's only the first symptom. In addition, it's primarily found in marshes and remote areas of deep vegetation, so there's often danger in finding rashvine patches, even aside from that in collecting it. Unfortunately or unfortunately, if one happens to be a witless apprentice, rashvine has a number of useful applications, salves that harden the skin or otherwise provide protection. Not to mention being one of the primary ingredients for Antivian fire. My advice, use thick gloves and carry a sword. Herbology in Thetis by Master Ilian Grevire. We got creatures. What? How do I not have a friggin' bear? No, this got updated. Nope, it's a bear. That's how long I haven't read this? Jeez. We went into the woods near Valforet to find a great brown bear that had the townsfolk worried. We found her some miles from the west gate. She had made a den in a cave on a hillside close to a stream. We stopped some yards away and watched. Edwin, no, I've read this. Cast a spell making us less likely to be discovered. Yeah, no, I've read this. What got updated here? Oh, this right here? Research. Damage against beasts increased? Yeah, this is the story about he doesn't make it. A massive paw caught him right in the chest, and he went down, poor Alduin. Nature is ruthless, but magnificent. It's like they were studying it. Dude died, but man, wasn't it beautiful? Remember that? We have a dragonling. Newly hatched dragons are roughly the size of a deer and voraciously hungry. They live for a short time in their mother's lair before venturing out on their own. The slender, wingless creatures are born in vast numbers, as only a few survive to adulthood. They probably become food for the females in hard times. We have hyena. The common hyena is a remarkable predator, flourishing in the harshest of conditions. Packs working in concert have sometimes taken down prey as formidable as a great bear. It's an incredible sight, but you should keep your distance because one of those beauties took down my Bronto in under a minute. Stefan Darion, The Wilds of Thetis, Volume 2. We have a nightmare. My friends, we accept this fact that more powerful, intelligent demons select more complex aspects of our reality to observe and interact with. Interesting. A demon of pride may gravitate to the corrupt hubris of nobles, the bloodthirsty arrogance of soldiers, or sadly, the blind confidence of mages. A demon of desire may focus on lust, greed, or even the desperate wishes of those with no recourse in the waking world. Whether demons are naturally inclined to such specificity or made so by observing a confluence of specific events in our world is a subject of much debate and not the question my experiment would answer. Instead, I turn to the question of fear. It's very niche, but I almost see it as like it's like a niche kind of fear, but then it gets honed in, as it becomes like more like it's more dangerous. It's like a sniper shot instead of a shotgun, right? Less frequent but more deadly sort of thing. Anyways, we think of fear demons as lesser creatures, powerful but simple, those common beasts of rage or hunger. But fear has many faces, from the absurd phobias of the pampered nobility to the very real threats of magic, demons, dragons, and perhaps especially the blight. What event has shaped the course of human history more than the blights? Had the first blight not weakened it, the Winter Imperium would have crushed Andraste's rebellion. We would have no Ferelden, no circles, and indeed no chantry as we know it. The blight is unquelled. As a force of devastation and terror. That's true. I mean, it's literal. Yeah, anyways. The blight is terror, hatred, and feared by the peasants and king alike. From the northern hills to the Enderfells to the southern reaches of the Carcary Wilds. Don't go back to Origins, please. Southern reaches of the Carcary Wilds. I know of nothing else that inspires such universal and specific fear. Dragons and demons, yes, but both have found respect and fascination in cultures across Thetis. Only the blight is an unadulterated source of horror. If there exists a demon of fear who has shaped itself into a more intelligent, more specific mold, it will be a demon focusing on fear of the blight. Whoa. This is the experiment I undertake. By the time you read this, my friends, I will be asleep, traveling through the fade to find such a creature. If I am correct, it will yield an unparalleled source of information on the history of our world, wisdom hidden since the time of ancient Inventor. I have instructed the scribes to write quickly. Upon my return, I will have much to impart. Oof. A letter found beside the sleeping body of senior enchanter Jazimir. Her last known communication before her subsequent possession and then death, along with 12 mages, 9 Templars, and unaccounted apprentices, and tranquil at the hands of Knight Captain Halgari. Oh, I see, because they called upon a right of annulment. And then death along with, yeah. Right? That's an unaccounted at the hands of Knight. Yeah, it was, yeah. Okay, so, wow. What was I thinking right away with the fear of the blight and then it being personified, not personified, but manifested as Nightmare, a demon called Nightmare. It's like, this is almost like this is the This is like as early as I don't even know how to say what I'm thinking. You know what? I'm not even gonna try. Let's move on. I'm gonna work that silently. I have thoughts, but I'm gonna keep that inside. Okay, Quillback. Those men of learning who claim dominion over the cold, weirdly angled laws of this world would deny that unutterable savagery of nature, conjuring their knowledge as a man is in repose draws a blanket over himself, somnolent, to distract from cognizant mind and lethargic calignos. What the hell are with these words? Such mendacity is made manifest in the Quillback. Its hooked beak describes a smile that makes mock of the laws of man and maker, and in the sagging folds of its rough and squamous hide lies no elegant simplicity, but look upon its dorsal ridge for the proof, if logic be your refuge, for in the ebon spines that jut uncaringly from its back, no man of learning can fail to see the cold and twisted spires of the Black City itself. What maker could give mock to our ebullient transgressions by marking his domicile into the flesh of the repugnant eater of flesh, the scavenger of wastes and deserts? What message can any man read in this carrion feeder, decrepit spines, with the than that the golden city of which we dream is black, always black, the swollen infection poison from the beyond, the knowledge of our insignificant minds, awaiting only our unheeding touch to afflict us with understanding of our true place in this vast uncaring world, from an anatomy of various terrible beasts by Baron Havard Pierre I can't speak. This guy mangled my brain. Damortisan. Master means that it's pointy. Footnote in the margins of the manuscript by the Baron Scribe Dunwich. Moving on. We're done here. Beasts are done. This is not as long as I suspected. And we have, well, I mean, I'm saying this, but I'm 20 minutes in. Let's go Adamant Fortress here. Of all the decisions we Grey Wardens were forced to make over the lean years, withdrawing from the Fortress of Adamant was perhaps the most difficult. It had been built on a bastion against Darkspawn, spilling out from the abyssal rift, a symbol of how we had done the impossible, pushing those creatures back into the shadows where they belonged. We kept the land safe from further encroachment, but as each new age dawned, memories of our sacrifice became fainter. The entire western approach had become a wasteland, and thus the expanse of maintaining the fortress became increasingly difficult to justify. There were no griffins to fill its wares, too few wardens to man its battlements, too many good men and women killed by demons creeping through the thinning veil. Each visit of the warden commander made it more apparent that Adamant had become a symbol of our decline. Even if Darkspawn still emerged from the chasm, Who would they threaten other than the wardens themselves? So in the dawn of the blessed age, we sealed the fortress's mighty gates. We left the giant griffin statues to tarnish in the blowing sand, retreating to Montsamard with a sense of loss and shame. I returned recently with a small expedition to retrieve supplies, surprised to see it still standing. The dwarves did well by us. I suspect Adamant will remain for ages to come. But should the order even return, they will find it difficult to resurrect. Only spirits roam its halls now, alongside the memories of those who gave their lives to protect us all from darkness. Journal of Veldin, Grey Warden of Orlais. Blessed. The Deep Roads. There isn't a dwarf alive who remembers the Deep Roads as they once were. They were the network of tunnels that joined the Thags together. To be honest, it isn't even right to give them such a simple term as tunnels. They are works of art, with centuries of planning demonstrating the geometry of their walls, with the statues of the paragons that watch over travelers, with the flow of lava that keeps the deep roads lit and warm. The cloud gazers up on the surface talk of the imperial highways built by magisters of old, a raised walkway that crossed thousands of miles, something that could only have been built by magic. Perhaps it is comparable to the deep roads, although we dwarves didn't need magic. I suppose it doesn't matter anymore. The Darkspawn rule the deep roads now. When Orzammar sealed off the entrances to the deep roads, abandoning everything that lay out there, we handed over the kingdom that was to those black bastards forever. To think that there are Genlocks crawling over Bonamar now, tearing down our statues and defiling our greatest works. Corruption covers everything we built out there. Every dwarf who goes out and comes back says that it gets worse with each passing year. The foulness spreads a little farther. And the cloud gazers think the Darkspawn are gone just because they aren't spilling out into the surface? Huh. One day when Orzammar is gone for good, we'll find out differently. Those Darkspawn won't have anywhere else to go but up, and they'll do it. The surface folk will have themselves a blight that will never end. I'm reading this in one of the earlier games, and that was pretty cool. The Dwarven Mining Cast, 890, blessed. Alright, we have to have something about the Fade in here. The Emerald Graves. Our people call this place the Emerald Graves. Long ago, before the fall of the Dales, a tree was planted for every warrior who pledged themselves to the guardianship of the Dales. Together, these warriors were the Emerald Knights of Halam Sharal, and the forest of their trees was named the Emerald March. The more I read this, the more I think Xander would have come from here, man. Like original Xander, I had him as a knight. They were called Solar Knights in my setting. Because it was a frozen world, and so there was the original elves, like they remember the days of like when sun shone brightly and all that stuff, and so he was like this ranger. Why am I talking about Xander and softly run? Well, in any case, he was a ranger scout that eventually works his way. Like he's loyal to the noble elves, like the original ones, but he's like this different breed, the snow elf, like the kind of the evolution that survives in this frozen waste, and then he becomes a solar knight of the queen of the Sealies of the elves. So, anyways, back to this. When the humans began encroaching once again on our borders, the Emerald Knights banded together to protect us from the incursion. But the humans were many, and their chantry powerful, and they eventually conquered the Dales. The Knights fought in defense of our land, and almost all perished. The trees that once represented a mighty army were now living symbols of sacrifice, the Emerald Graves. I hear that most humans in Orlais do not call this place by its true name. They find it an inauspicious one and refer to the forest only as the Great Wood. They refuse to see anything but wood and moss and leaves, and hope to remain ignorant of the blood that was spilled. But we of the people remember. We feel the weight of what was lost, and we see not trees but lives given for freedom. As told by Keeper Gisharel of the Ralafirin clan. Resources found here. Oh, and then it talks about resources. That's fine. We have the Exalted Plains. It is appropriate that we pick the Exalted Plains as our field of battle. It was here centuries ago that the Dalish kingdom met its bitter end. The holdouts of the Elven army making their last stand, refusing to surrender against the champions of Andraste, the Templar, the Sisters, and the nobleman patron. The champions' cause was just, and their faith led them to victory. The plains were henceforth called Exalted. Someone once said that these fields are characterized by equal measure of beauty and strife. This description will hold true for the foreseeable future. The strife we bring to the Dales will be quickly forgotten. However, if we fight hard and fight well and earn a definitive victory. Let the knowledge that you strike in the name of the true emperor encourage and guide you. Truth and righteousness prevailed on the plains long ago. Make her willing, it will again. Marshal Bastian Prolix. To his soldiers before battle was joined. Where is the fate one? What the hell? The western approach. Did I miss something? Once these wastes were a land of plenty. Can you believe it? The rain came north over the Gamordan peaks, turning the plains green and verdant for 3 months of the year. 800 years ago, that changed. During the second blight, darkspawn spilled out of the enormous crack in the earth, corrupting it with their foul blood, and it never recovered. Even after they were driven back underground, the Grey Wardens built an adamant fortress to stand watch over the chasm. And eventually even they abandoned it to the wind and the biting sand. What few of us eke out a living in this maker-forsaken place do so knowing that any number of deaths await us. Darkspawn raids, dragons, bandits, not to mention starvation from the lack of water and game. If we stay, it is because we know there are treasures buried in the bones of this place. Runes from the time when Tevinter ruled, and even earlier. We pass tales around our campfires of the things we have seen shrouded in the dust storms. My favorites are the ones about relics that could restore the western approach once more. But I don't believe them. Truth be told, on nights when the wind is calm, I can stand on a hilltop and see for miles in the moonlight over a stark beauty of which no other Elysian can claim to know the equal. On those nights, I hope it will never change. Lands of the Abyss by Magister Giles de St. Christ. Now, am I missing a star here? Because I can swear I picked up notes or something. Well, hold on. No, I've gone. Maybe it's because I read them. Okay. Yeah, it's because I read them. And why are you updating these after I read them? That makes no sense to me. Am I confused? So after you read codexes, new things happen? Is that a thing? It's really just move on. Oh, it had to happen. I had to clear it. I had to see if there was something relevant to this, and there was. There was Nightmare. Hey, spiders in the fade. They're everywhere. Why? My mouse was not nowhere near there. That's not where I had my mouse. You saw it. You saw a glitch, right? Anyways, doesn't matter. Stupid old mouse. Spider Acre, even in the fade, we're picking up spider. None of this should be real, man. Well, it says the raw fade. So it could be that we're picking up things that actually do have substance. Because it's raw. Wait, I'm going backwards. Doesn't matter. Don't ask questions. It's the fade. Oh, this isn't even just resources. This is
What's that?
I don't know, but I'm not supposed to go this way. There's somewhere back there I can go. Excerpt from a journal. They think they own us. Think they decide whether we live or die. They sit there, smug in their armor, ready to cut off our heads for the slightest transgressions, as though we don't strive every day to stay sane, to keep the demons away. They can't control us any longer. I won't go back to the circle, not ever. I thought about it last night, being back in the tower, their eyes on me, and all of it came back, all the years. Head down, don't clench your fingers, be a good mage, be a quiet mage, and I realized I don't want to make peace with the Templars. I want them to burn. Want it so badly that the bed caught fire and wouldn't go out until Evane iced it all over. It's still there inside me. I want them to feel the fear they made me feel. I want them to know what it's like. We're leaving for the Conclave in a few hours. If those bastards so much as blink the wrong way, I'll let them see what an apostate looks like. Holy shit! Son of a... Just relax, just take it easy. Everything's fine. No, my mouse just do the thing again. Don't do it. Don't do the glitch. No more. Okay. You guys... Oh, Mark is doing... Oh, cool. Hey, bud. How's it going? You having a good time? You just staring out there? Just for the wilds? Good for you, man. Appreciate it. There you are. Hey, Stroud. How's it going, buddy? Whoa. Take it easy. Don't draw any more attention to myself. That's... Everyone just relax. We have something to do back here. Oh. Yeah, but... Well, I'm going to go the way that I'm not supposed to go. Now... Isn't this what I just read? Why is it still up? Alright.
Perhaps I should be afraid, facing the most powerful members of the Inquisition. Like Blackwall. There's nothing like a Grey Warden, and you are nothing like a Grey Warden.
Oh.
I'll show you a warden's strength, beast.
Huh. Huh. Why am I allowed to go? I feel like that's really important. Nightmare just spoke. I'm going to not go there right now. I'm going to go this way. Follow the crows. Read. Excerpt from a journal. I went to Deventer when I was a child. I remember dragon statues everywhere, big ones. I shivered as I walked between them, afraid they were going to bite me or breathe fire. My parents hushed me and told me the Magisters like the dragons as a sign of their power. Dragons are beasts, mindless and terrible. The archdemon that comes from each blight is an offense to the Maker. We know all these things, but the Magisters don't care. And it is the same with the mages. So much danger, so much power in their hands, not ready for it, and the mages only wish to celebrate themselves. The Magisters are what the mages of Ferelden and what we want to be, our rulers, hiding us in terror so that we wonder if they will bite us as we walk by. No. I joined the Templars to keep such mages under control. I have killed many since the rebellion we all saw coming. Now the Divine wishes us to meet them all at the Conclave and give them a chance to make peace. I will go, I will smile, but if the dragon statues look ready to bite, I will strike first. I am not a child, and I will not be afraid. Damn. I hope this isn't a choice of one or the other. I mean, the map is telling me...
Did you think you mattered, Hawk? Did you think anything you ever did mattered? You couldn't even save your city. How could you expect to strike down a god? Isabella is going to die, just like your family and everyone you ever cared about.
Well, that's going to grow tiresome quickly.
They do. Shall not pass, I said. Nah, you're not gonna. You guys are all screwed here. Not against this group. You're not. Whatever. Are you done? Oh, I like that move, Cole. Look good.
Those were little things. Tiny manifestations spawned from the nightmare itself.
Right.
And of course, they look like giant spiders.
Yeah, of course.
Spiders? That is not what I saw.
Oh.
Remember, we walk in the Fade. Demons of fear shape their appearance to unnerve each of us.
Aha. Interesting. Read. The birth of fear. In an elegant script, you are too young to worry. So, my child, write your worries down here. All your fears are smaller once you have defined them. Listen in a child's shaky hand. What if Darkspawn can't come back? Father said one day he'll die. Darkspawn underground, Darkspawn under our house, Darkspawn coming up from basement. The sun will die, black bits on bread. Could be blight, getting sick and dying from blight. Grey Warden's coming to make Father go back. Father dying, fighting Darkspawn. Dark patch on Father's arm that he hides from Mother. Father says he hears music. Woo! From a letter lying near a cluster of spider eggs. Nom, nom, nom. Alright. Let's keep going. Did that just say Serpent Stone 20? Oh my god, this looks like significant, man. Where am I supposed to... Oh, whoa. There's way more to do. Alright.
The nightmare is closer now. It knows you seek escape. With each moment, it grows stronger.
Supply, you know that's important. Shh. You stay on your side right now. Let me talk.
We only have a short time. Ask
Okay.
what you must.
Don't interrupt me right now. Honestly, game, do not. Oh my god, he took out his arrow. Please don't! Hawk. Oh no, why are these like... Why are those... Oh god, I feel like I'm gonna pick a question. They're gonna start shooting. Alright. Oh, this is gonna be good. He would know some of these things, though, as a mage, you know what I mean? Ooh, I'll ask
You
him.
must know what really happened at the Temple of Sacred Ashes.
As must you. The answer lies in your memories, lost to the nightmare when you
leaving
last
it.
walked the Fade.
Or you could just tell me.
Would you trust my words? Trust what you have seen.
What can you tell me about this mark on my hand?
You already know how the mark came to be upon your hand. As for what it is the needle that pulls the thread, as well as the key.
I don't understand.
It is the needle that passes through the veil, as little else can. You are the thread, and it is the key that locks or unlocks a door to the Fade. It lets you walk in the Fade physically, and survive. Without it, Corypheus must find another way to the Black City. It is part of you now, and cannot be removed without your death. Until later, then.
Why? Oh my god, I thought it wasn't gonna let me talk anymore. That would have Oh my god, no. Oh my god. It's not letting me talk to her again. No way. I suspected something stupid was gonna happen like this. That's great. Alright, roll 4 minutes back. Where did this put us? I refuse. Oh, the dragon eggs? Oh, that's not bad. Stupid. Fuck. Okay, let's do this again.
You must know what really happened at the Temple of Sacred Ashes.
Oh no, I just jumped.
As must you. The answer lies in your memories. Lost to the nightmare when you last walked the Fade.
Or you could just tell me.
Would you trust my words? Trust what you have seen.
Just be very careful.
What can you tell me about this mark on my hand?
You already know how the mark came to be upon your hand. As for what it is the needle that pulls the thread, as well as the key.
I don't understand.
It is the needle that passes through the veil, as little else can. You are the thread, and it is the key that locks or unlocks a door to the Fade. It lets you walk in the Fade physically, and survive. Without it, Corypheus must find another way to the Black City. It is part of you now, and cannot be removed without your death.
Very carefully click. Very carefully click.
I'd like to know more about the nightmare.
It is not simply fear. It is the terror you cannot remember,
That's better.
the horror your mind erases to protect you. When old memories no longer make the veteran soldier's hand tremble, it is because the nightmare has taken them. Most people avoid their fears. It is simple for the demon to steal the darkest fragments.
Nightmare's like subconscious
They
fear,
forget,
you know what I mean?
and it feeds.
It's different.
Corypheus has helped it grow monstrous.
And if everyone fears the blight, and then they're having nightmares about all the trauma over the centuries of blights, that adds up, man. And this demon would be being constructed and materializing, like defining itself based on centuries of fears. Like it's pretty significant. I thought it was sort of silly at the beginning when I heard nightmare. I was like, no, that doesn't make any sense. Oh no, it does. It makes a lot of sense.
It makes people forget the worst parts of their fears. It almost sounds like the nightmare is helping people.
Perhaps it was once. But now, it helps none but Corypheus. By his hand, it creates more fear and grows even stronger. In any case, robbing people of their fears is never a kindness. At best, it is a mistake born of compassion. Without fear and pain and failure, we cannot learn. We cannot grow, as you cannot grow until you recover all that was taken from you.
So all of this is just a dream? Part of the Fade.
You know this,
It
but
is
it's cool.
not just a dream. The minds of mankind are made real here. Their hopes, their
Support.
loves, and their fears. What changes their world also changes this one.
Mm-hmm.
And yours are footsteps that move mountains in both. Tread carefully, Inquisitor. This ground is more treacherous than you know.
And finally, the most important question of all.
So can you tell me what you are?
I told you. I am helping you.
Yes, but are you her, or some kind of Fade remnant
she's
of
her too.
her,
Is it
or a
capitalized?
spirit imitating her?
Our world is never that
I'm
simple.
not talking about what you just watch, what you're seeing.
What if the answer is none of those things?
Yeah.
Or all of them? I
Yeah.
am what the Maker made me. The question is, are you what the Maker made you, Inquisitor?
Yeah. Yeah.
I was meant to become the Inquisitor.
But what is the Inquisitor? And how will it change the world? You believe in your purpose, and that is good.
Andraste's purpose.
That is your power.
You
Andraste's
still haven't
power.
answered my question. What are you?
I am what you see. All other answers rest in you.
And I see Andraste.
Tell me why you're here. Why take part in this?
After heaven, I hid here. I watched quietly, learned what I could, and searched for some way to help. And then you came.
I don't know what that means.
Corypheus and the Nightmare do an injustice to the world. You must stop them. Perhaps you were meant to stop them. Perhaps that is why I am here.
Destiny.
We should keep moving.
Let's go. Do it. We're doing fairly well here, but I guess since you're offering, I will take said supply crate and we shall move on. Hastily written note. Please don't attack me. A note left by a burning candle. Lunette. The breach is sealed and the war between the Templars and the Mages is finally over. All our fear and terror is finally ending as order returns to this world. I wish you could see the people celebrating at Haven. It is everything you would have wanted when you left for the Conclave. I will make your sacrifice a worthy one. What we do here with the fledgling Inquisition will shape all of Thedas. I will make you proud. Your flame will burn forever as a beacon of hope. Something is happening. The ground is shaking, and the soldiers are running to the gates. Rest well at the Maker's side, my daughter. I will sing your memory again soon. Alright, let's do it. Bitches. Raise with the range. Go for it. I'm really protected right now. Really good. Get rid of this thing. You done? And then right there. Oh. There's two runners right here. Go! Yeah, but there's like tons of them. Isn't this what? Yeah. Grabby. Ah! What the heck was that? Make it sound like you're
The demons!
Demons are dead. We killed them. That's awesome. What a please don't just end. No! There's a whole other section to do.
It's the breach back in Haven. That's how I escaped.
Oh.
The demons!
Keep running!
Ah! Go!
really challenging.
It was
again.
you. They thought it was Andraste sending me from the Fade, but it was the Divine behind me. And then she died.
Yes.
So this creature is simply a spirit.
You don't say.
I am sorry if I disappoint you.
The only thing that's important right now is getting out of the Fade. Whatever you are, you've helped us so far.
What we do know is that the mortal divine perished at the temple, thanks to the Grey Wardens.
As I said, the Grey Wardens responsible for that crime were under the control of Corypheus. We can discuss this further once we return to Adamant.
Assuming that the Wardens and their demon army didn't destroy the Inquisition while we were gone.
How dare you judge us? You tore Kirkwall apart and started the Mage Rebellion.
To protect innocent mages, not madmen drunk on blood magic. But you'd ignore that, because you can't imagine a world without the Wardens, even if that's what we need.
Agreed. The Wardens may once have served a greater good, but they are far too dangerous now.
The blood sings softly, it never stops, and then it's all they hear. We can't let them hurt more people.
Oh my
What
God.
are you saying? You want to get rid of the Wardens? Everyone makes mistakes. They would have died to save us.
Oof. Man. Ugh.
This debate can wait until we're out of danger.
Inquisitor.
The nightmare has found us.
Form up! I'm with you.
Thank goodness you guys making sense here. Bring him on then. Think about that. Think about that. There you go. Go get him. How about now? Done.
Come, real or not, the Divine is the key to escaping from the Fade.
Interesting. Oh, good. Thank God I completed that quest. Phew. Thought it would never happen. Letter. Letter in a child's simple writing. The doors opened. Mother said to run. She said the Darkspawn were coming. She wanted me to go. The door was open. It was closed when I left. She said she would be right behind me. She said not to come back no matter what. The lamps are lit all over the village, even during the day, to see through the smoke. Mother should be here by now, but the door is open. I'm going to look inside. So we're still going. We're still going. Nothing to fear. Nothing to fear. I thought this thing was going to end whatever was behind us. Thank goodness. Investigate. Still doing this, but yeah, so plenty to go. The Grey Wardens. I found the wardens to serve in glory. No blade could touch me, nor any claw pierce my armor. Still, I was fated by joining to die. Alone in the deep roads, the calling in my mind, I sat by the last campfire would see, allowing myself one last night of terror, and cursed the fate that brought me here. Let it be my choice to have served and died. Let it be nobility rather than the dread hand of fate. Destroy my destiny, and let this be my decision. Oh yeah. Okay. Is this a secret? You gonna... That is an invisible wall, is what that is. Okay. Oh, hello, straggly little bitch.
What?
Warden Stroud.
Damn it.
How must it feel to devote
I
your
hate
whole
it
life
every
to
time.
the Wardens, only to watch them fall? Or worse, to know that you were responsible for their destruction? When the next blight comes, will they curse your name?
With the Maker's blessing, we will end this wretched beast.
I don't know who was speaking before. I apologize for the stupidity of the game and what it wishes to do in that regard. I see another Luvian. That's exciting. Givering. Whoop, it was about to happen. Nope. My hit points are doing great. All of our hit points are doing really good, actually. It's pretty good. What's happening? Oh, tarot cards. Oh, neat. Strength plus 1. I don't really need these stats, but... Oh, I guess you can give that to anybody, right? Isn't that how that works? I could just switch characters and click on the thing? My bad. Well, I mean, no, I don't even know what the hell it is I'm grabbing. I'm gonna take it all. I'll take it all. I'm the Inquisitor. I deserve it. Oh man. Oh man, I'm so excited. Oh, if this game showed me Xander in any form, I would freak out. Xander, are you behind there? Oh god, Xander and Dusk and Sobbly all on the screen together? Oh my god. That's the thought of it. Examine. Whispers written in red lyrium. We are here, we have waited, we have slept, we are sundered, we are crippled, we are polluted, we endure, we wait. We have found the dreams again. We will awaken.
Do you think you can fight me? I am your every fear come to life. I am the veiled hand of Corypheus himself. The demon army you fear, I command it. They are bound all through me.
Ah, so if we banish you, we banish the demons. Thank you. Every fear come to life.
My god, this is Act 2, man. No. Something's up here. I mean, that feels pretty darn final. Nope. So, we're heading back. We're heading back. We're gonna go back and see what the heck we left behind there. This might also just be a scene in a dead end that I ignored. This looks like something that happened with the council or something. Like this was the, not the council. Every time, man. Why? Oh no. I want to go back to the screen right now. So the recording good. Gee. I don't like you. I don't want to go back to this thing is cool. Burning. Come on the chat. Traps, guys. Okay, you know what? Wow. Just now that I have Y in mind, I can do this. Make all the difference. Just took me
Are you afraid,
almost
Cole?
100 hours. It's fine.
I can help you forget. Just like you help other people. We're so very much alike, you and I.
Don't say that.
No.
Just no? Good. Good boy. Don't say anymore. You don't have to, like... That's sort of... They didn't mention compassion. Because it eats the fears. And I'm like, curiously aligned with Cole. It was a dead end, for real. I mean, well, I got some extra lines out of it. Let's go back. My bad. Oh, looks like they spawned some stuff on the way back. Oh, Y is gonna be the best in this game. The best.
Döth ma Herelan. Mabanal inasalin. Marsolas ina Mardin.
Bonal Nadas.
I was gonna say this. I was gonna say that sounds Elven. They're hiding something in that shit. I mean, what the hell? Player's not gonna know. Scare the crap out of me. Player's not gonna know friggin' Elven, you know? But that was potentially really important. I suspect that was really important. It would have contributed to the stuff I'm thinking. Alright, well. You sure you don't want to share with us, share anything with us, Solace? Anything at all? We have some time to kill on the road. Why don't you just let us know. Well, if we can help you out with anything, Solace. Anything you think might be important? No? Okay. Nothing? Okay. Oh man. At the end of the episode. Let's push a little bit further. Not much to cut around though, to be honest. I mean, yeah, I really don't. It's not like I was meandering. One more section. Not with the power of Y. It's right here too. God damn it. And I looked at that like dozens of episodes ago. I was like, oh, maybe I cut around it. I was like, oh, there's like, I could just tell my team to do things from down here. Forgot. Oh, I totally forgot. It's not so much a forgetfulness, just, you know, I just get to a point where I don't feel like it matters. And that's it. Oh, I'm not hitting the right key. Well, I'm suspecting this is about as good a time as any to wrap this sucker up. We got a big one. We got two biggies over there. Let's all back up. All right, we're going to wrap this one up here. I'll continue forward in that direction. It doesn't look like that's the end just yet either. It looks like this is the path we got to take unless this loops around. But in any case, I'm just going to try to be thorough in here, of course, man. I want to get whatever the heck I can get. I'm not going to mess around. We're probably going to hit a supply crate sometime soon, so I feel good about doing that. And with that, I'll catch you in the next episode. Don't forget to explore, engage, and inspire, buddy.